Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Get Started with Vendasta and our session today, Partner Center CRM. My name is Nathan Yaworski. I'm going to be your host today. Get Started with Vendasta is brought to you by the Vendasta onboarding team, our fearless I want to say fearless leader, our fearless senior onboarding specialist, Haley Babbage, myself, Nathan Yaworski, and Hadley Schmidt. I'm joined today by Hadley. She is going to be managing the Q&A queue. So everybody throw a little emoji, say hey to Hadley. As always, we're going to take some housekeeping here. Is this being recorded? Yes, it certainly is. We are recording. You will get a replay link in a follow-up email. And in addition, you can watch all of our past recordings, thank you, Hadley, at our Vendasta YouTube playlist. If you don't have that link bookmarked, feel free to open it in a new tab, right-click, open it in a new tab, and bookmark it. It's a great resource. You can see all our past recordings, and all future recordings will be going in there. As I mentioned, we will also be having a questions period at the end. If you have questions at the end, you can put them in there, but please feel free for any questions that do come up during the presentation today, pop those in the Q&A section. Hadley will be answering some in there during, if it's a quick question that has a quick answer, and if it's a larger question that needs to be delved into a little bit deeper, she's going to be popping it into our overlays for our Q&A at the end. And finally, as I mentioned, you can always access those past webinar recordings on the YouTube playlist or the Vendasta content library. We've got a lot of other good stuff in the content library as well, so do check that out. All right, so today we are talking about the CRM in Partner Center. So for the uninitiated, what is a CRM? A CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management System. It's a tool that can help businesses manage their customer relationships, track their interactions, organize their contacts, and oversee sales opportunities in a single centralized platform. There are tons of CRMs out there. The nice thing about this one is it is built right into your Vendasta platform. It is connected with your AI tools. It is connected with your email marketing tools, automations, etc. It all lives in one spot. As you can see here, we are in our handy dandy demo environment, our Amplify Local AI Marketing. I'm going to make it a little bigger so that we can see. So to find your CRM, it's very easy. On our left-hand side, we've got a whole bunch of options here, and one says CRM. We're going to click into there. And at a glance, you're going to see a few things. And this is going to be likely familiar if you've used other CRMs as well. You're going to have a spot for your contacts, the individual people at your that you are working with, that you're interacting with or reaching out to. And then the companies, the businesses. Contacts and companies are most commonly linked together so that if a contact clicks into an email campaign, that interaction will be logged on the company page. If we click into companies, you can see there are a number of ways we can bring companies into our CRM. If you're just getting started and you don't have any leads, you can use our Find Leads functionality where you can click into there and search for an industry like restaurants. And it's going to do a search in your local area for businesses that fit that description. It'll give you a little map. Obviously, this is beautiful, snowy Saskatoon. And it'll give you a bird's eye view of about 20 of the options that it would pulling from Google. If you see one that you like, you click this little box, you create companies, and it's going to pull that into there. You could select the whole list if you want. And on the right here, you can see there's a little bird's eye view of how they're doing online. Do they have a claimed Google business profile? Do they have a website? How are they doing on their reviews? How many reviews are they getting? You can use this list to look for low-hanging fruit or little red flags that might indicate a business could use some help. For instance, Clubhouse Breakfast Bar and Grill, I'm seeing, yes, they've got a 5-star review, but they don't appear to have a Google profile and they don't appear to have a website. So they might be somebody I'd want to add in here. To do that, we click that button, we click Create Companies, and we hop back to our company's page. And they should show up momentarily on our company's list. Ta-da! Clubhouse, Breakfast Bar and Grill. Looks like I also clicked on Earl's as well. Once you've got them in there, you can click in and view their business information on the left here. Add any information that might be missing, assign a salesperson, and keep track of any other information that you find important for that company. On the right-hand side, you can then associate a contact. Once you know the owner, one thing that Find Leads won't do is pull in that owner. You click Add Contact, create and associate a new contact, and you can put in their name, their email, their phone number, and any other information that is relevant, and create that contact. That's one way to bring clients in. If you have a specific business in mind, you can simply click on Create Company and start typing that business in. Let's say I am reaching for the stars and I want to help Starbucks with its digital marketing. I can pull that in and it's going to automatically fill all that information for me from Google. Finally, if you have a large client list already that you're just looking to import into your Vendasta CRM here in Partner Center, you can do that by clicking this white import button. It's going to take us to a screen where we would click Start an Import, and then you can download a CSV template that has all the fields that our CRM finds important. You copy your data into those columns, upload the CSV file, map the fields, and it brings them all in at once. So that's getting clients into your CRM. Now, once you're in there, as I mentioned, once you have that company in there, you've got your company information on the left, you've got your news feed kind of in the center where you can log meetings, calls, emails, give yourself sales tasks, and leave yourself notes. And then on the right-hand side, you can find out who your contact is. You can create an account so that you can start turning products on for them. You can track sales opportunities. I don't have that ability to show that in here, but essentially you create an opportunity with what package or service you're wanting to give them, specifying how long it is, and you can track that through your sales pipeline, how close to being over the line that deal is. And finally, you can run snapshot reports. Most of you will know about the snapshot report. We have also done previous sessions on it, and we are going to be doing an updated snapshot session in a few weeks that includes the new AEO or Ask Engine Optimization section. Stay tuned for that. But essentially, you can click Create a Snapshot Report, and it is going to run that digital audit on this business, and then you can send that on to them to start that conversation. Now, another thing that's very cool with your CRM is we have built-in meeting scheduler. So if any of you folks are currently using Calendly or another external tool and you want to slim things down and save some money, you have this built into your CRM. Anyone who is a salesperson in their permissions for Partner Center will have a My Meetings link. Now, I can't demonstrate this in our test environment because I'm not a salesperson in our test environment. However, I am going to pop over to our internal CRM. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I don't want to show a bunch of client information, but I will show you the settings section to give you an idea of how you can set these up. So essentially, I'm on my meeting settings here. You would set your general meeting URL. So mine is bookmenow.info/Yaworski. Then you'd connect your calendars. With our calendar tool, we can connect Google and we can connect Microsoft. This is important because if you are getting booked for meetings, you want to make sure that they are only being offered times that you actually have available. So it's really important, A, to connect your calendar, and then also make sure you're using that calendar to block out other meetings outside of your work. Like if you have to pick up the kids from school at 3 o'clock and you need to make sure you're not bookable after 2:30, put a calendar block in there so that the meeting scheduler is not offering that time. You then choose your meeting app. The 3 options available are Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, or you have the option to connect your Zoom as well if you're a Zoom person. You can set your availability increments. You can set buffer time between your meetings. I recommend either before or after for buffer time, just so you're not filling your calendar up with a whole ton of buffer time, but you can do you. Right now, I just put 15 minutes after every meeting so that I'm not rushing from one immediately into another. I have time to catch my breath, grab a drink of water, send an email, that kind of stuff. And then we've also got this advanced notice filter. Where you can determine how much time you need to prevent last-minute bookings. Right now, for instance, I've got mine set to 2 hours for my onboarding sessions, just so that if I'm coming in at 8 o'clock, I'm not going to get booked in for a meeting at 8:30, but I can still get booked in for 10 o'clock. It gives my clients and partners some flexibility in booking same day, but it also gives me a little bit of headway before the meeting so that I can prepare for it. And of course, you can set your general availability. This is a little peek behind the curtain for all of you on my general availability and when I am available. You set your time zone, you set what time you'd like to be available, and then you can actually, if you set it for one, you can have it copy that to all your weekdays so you're not doing it 5 times. A new feature that a lot of you have probably started noticing is the ability in platform to record your meetings and have those meeting recordings saved to your CRM. So rather than having to pay for a tool like Gong or a tool like, I don't even know what some of the other ones we used to use. Yeah, I can't think of it. But anyway, there are tons of meeting recorders out there. We have one built in for you. And you can set your recording settings. Now, for you guys, it's going to look just a tad different because this here is specific to my calendar in Vendasta here. But essentially, you will have this toggle that says automatically record and transcribe my meetings so that anytime a meeting is booked with you, your note taker, which you can give a name. Right now, the bot settings have Vendasta note taker for me, but you can name that whatever you'd like. And that will apply to all of your salespeople. So don't call it Jim note taker if Steve is also going to be recording meetings, but you got some flexibility there. And you can set the default privacy settings for both internal and external meetings as well. If for whatever reason you hop into a meeting and your note taker doesn't join, you can grab the URL of that meeting, the meeting link, and up in the top corner, we have a little camera with a star that says record a live meeting. If we click on that, we pop the URL in, click start recording, and usually within about 30 seconds, you'll get a little, ba-doom, your note taker wants to join this meeting, and you'll be able to let them in and have it record. So that's something brand new that we've got set up for you that all Vendasta partners can use. Now, this is also available for all paying partners, and it's also available in trusted tester beta for clients in business app. That is by request, and if you are wanting to have your clients be able to, one of your clients be able to use that recording functionality before the release, just reach out to your contact at Vendasta here, whether it's your account manager, your customer success manager, your onboarding specialist, and we'll get you in touch with the right people to get that set up for that particular client. But for right now, we haven't released it for all your clients just because it is still a very new product. The other thing I did want to mention today, coming soon, we are going to be releasing what we're calling CRM AI. Essentially, this is a perfect marriage between your platform tools and your AI. In addition to just recording and giving you transcripts of your meetings and giving you scores on your, your sales talk track and saving those recordings, CRM AI is going to be able to take it a bit more deeply. It's going to be able to update CRM fields based on those meeting transcripts. It's going to be able to analyze customer pain points and needs, read the transcript, and give you a layout of this is what the priority should be for your next meeting. And it'll give you advice on where to focus your time with any particular client. This has not been released yet. We are very excited about it, but you can always find updates as to what's new and hot in Vendasta by going to our change log. To find that from Partner Center, click our question mark here, the help menu, and we go to give product feedback. This is a fun little spot, which we have showcased before, where you can give direct feedback for our developers and upvote other suggestions that other partners or Vendasta employees have made. And then you can also view, by clicking on change log, you can view what is brand new and released. For instance, February 2nd, yesterday, our Vendasta services released that you can deliver enhanced social content with updated social media management and blog services. So a whole bunch of new exciting updates to our social media management packages that you can read about all here in the change log. If we scroll down a little farther, trial of AI chat receptionist is now included with all new websites. So if you want the skinning on what is new and hot and just released in Vendasta, this changelog is something you're going to want to bookmark. So again, to find that, we go back here, we click on our question mark, we click give product feedback, and then we click on the changelog tab. Now we kind of burned through a lot of that, and I don't believe there's anything else I was hoping to cover today. Let's move into our questions. Do we have any questions in the background, Hadley?
Yeah, we do have a couple questions here that I will accept, and then I will put on the screen for you all.
Thank you. Let me make myself a little smaller too. Just 1 second. There we go. I should have done that earlier. Thanks for bearing with my tiny screen here, folks.
Perfect. So here is the first one about the recording options that you were talking about.
Okay, does the recording option connect to multiple sources, a Zoom meeting? For right now, the only sources it will connect to are Microsoft and Google Meet. So Teams or Google Meet. Zoom, unfortunately, has not, we've not gotten that over the line yet. And it won't record a phone call or a microphone, unfortunately. I don't know if we've got phone calls and face-to-face meetings via microphone on the roadmap. I have not heard anything. I know Zoom is something that our team is working on. I don't have an update on that timeline, but currently just Google Meet and Teams at the moment. Great question, Oliver.
Perfect. We have another one coming up here.
Is already one in architecture for companies and accounts, or is still one company linked to only have one account syncing all company profile data? So companies and accounts, it is one-to-one currently in our CRM. So if you have a client that is a multi-location client, you're going to want to have a different company and account for each of them. Now, if you happen to be on Vendasta's premium subscription, you have access to what's called the multi-location business app. That is a good solution for those franchise opportunities where you can see their reporting for every location in one spot. However, on professional and starter tiers, your best bet would be to add them individually, each location individually as a company and an account. Each one would have its own products and services activated, and then to have that reporting rolled up for, say, the owner of the franchise, you would put that franchise owner as a user on each of the accounts so that in Business App, they would be able to switch back and forth between the different locations. Very good question there. If you want more information about our premium tier with that multi-location reporting, you can go to vendasta.com/pricing to see the different tiers laid out, and you can see what else is included in that premium subscription there. Thank you, Lubos.
Perfect. We have one coming in from Dennis about lead capturing via the voice AI.
All right, a lead captured via voice AI would be added to CRM as a contact. That is correct. So you would then need to set up a company and link that contact to the company. So to do that, let's say we had a contact in here, digital agent assistant. Sure, why not? From here, from the contact screen with all their basic information, looks very similar to the company screen. We would open companies and we would click add a company. And then from there, we can create and associate a new company. So it's kind of the reverse of how we showed you before, where we added the company first and then found out the contact. We'd click add company. We would then fill in the company information. The platform would try to fill it in for you. So for instance, for Starbucks, it would fill that in if it was able to be found on Google. Now, this search functionality is great. It is not going to work for service area business. So a plumber or any kind of business that doesn't have a brick and mortar address, it won't be able to find it from Google. It's just a limitation of our software. You can still put those in. You just have to fill them in manually. Then you'd create the company, and it would then link that client to the company, and you could run a snapshot report on their business and whatnot.
Perfect.
Great question.
We have just a couple more here. Another one from Lubos about the recordings and the languages.
Is transcription of recordings already available in other languages? That is a very good question, and I am not sure. So let me see if our Vendasta AI knows. For any of you who have a quick question about the platform that you think might have a quick and easy answer, up in your partner center, we have this lovely little sparkle, blue and purple sparkle, and that is your AI Vendasta assistant. So let's ask that question. Can you pop that up for me again, Hadley? Just pop that one. Is meeting our transcript of recorded meetings in Partner Center available in other languages? Let me just move my little picture-in-picture or take myself off here. There we go. Just thinking very hard here. While we're waiting for this, Hadley, do you want to pop the next question up? Gotta love a live demo.
Next one is from Serena about agencies and the CRM.
How are agencies offering the CRM to clients as its own product or free add-on with product purchase? So the way it is and the way you position it are two different things. The way it is that the minute you add a user to the account, so if we go to manage accounts, and I'm just going to close this for now because it doesn't seem to want to work. And Hadley, if on your end, if you wouldn't mind just asking your AI and see if you have better luck with that while I'm doing this. We would go into the account and we would add a user in here. We click add user and create a user. User being distinct from contact because you don't necessarily want all your contacts to have business app access yet. Once that user is created, they will be able to set their password and come into business app. So without even turning any products on, we can see, I'm going to share this tab instead, what comes with their business app. And right away, you see that CRM is built right in. There is no additional cost on the wholesale side for them to use the CRM, the My Meetings, booking tools, the executive report, that kind of stuff. There's no additional cost for that, and that's built right in. Now, if you as a partner would like to tack on a one-time setup fee for, having a CRM built in there, or if you want it to be, $10 monthly for your CRM, there's no way for your clients to look at this and say, oh, I'd always had CRM regardless. You can position it that way if you want, but there is no charge to you for your clients to have that CRM. Very good question. The other thing I will just quickly show you here as well, you see this company, I didn't have any products active. You still have an AI section. And if you have a client in here that wants to start playing around with their chat receptionist, as long as they have, in this case, we don't have it turned on, but as long as they have the free local SEO dashboard, they can test the chat receptionist on a little landing page that comes built in with local SEO standard. Let me just see if we've got one that's got that turned on, and I can show you exactly what that looks like. And this is going a little off base, but I always like talking about our AI tools here. Let me just, oh yes, I found one here. So we're gonna hop into here. This is one that doesn't have anything turned on beyond the free local SEO standard. So now if I go into AI tools and AI workforce, I can configure my my AI. I can set the role and see the capabilities and add knowledge in here with their website or their business profile. And then, where is the My Listings page? Oh, I think it's because this is a test environment. I guess I can't show you this today, but normally what you would see for your clients is a button in between this chat button and configure button that says try me. And it would take them to that My Listings landing page with a little chat widget. They can also try it by just chatting with it and just saying, hi there, can you tell me more about SF Logistics? And they can see how their chat receptionist would respond to a customer if they had purchased Conversations AI. And it's thinking, it's telling me what it's doing in the chat. Obviously, this wouldn't show up in the online version. This is the back-end version. And here's the message. Thank you for reaching out. I'm a chat receptionist representing SF Logistics, respected Canadian logistics company, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it tells about the business. Can I get your name so I can better assist you? And it's starting that lead capture. So there are ways that they can test out those AI tools before you've even sold them. So that was a bit of a tangent. It wasn't exactly part of your question, but to answer your question, the CRM comes built in so that any user by default can access the CRM. If you want to keep that beyond by adding an additional cost for that, that is completely up to you. And then you could go into their user permissions and hide the CRM until they've upgraded. To do that, you would simply go into their user permissions under here. I don't have a user here, but you click the 3 dots next to their user and go edit permissions. And then you could toggle off whichever pieces you didn't want that user to see. Hadley, did we get any answer from our AI on the multiple languages?
Yeah, so I'll just put that back up on the screen. And I did ask my AI, and as of right now, it does not specifically mention support for languages other than English right now for the sales assistant. But I did want to mention that from within the roles of your AI, you are able to set those other languages up from within there as well.
Gotcha. So when you are when the CRM AI is released and that functionality becomes an actual agent that you are using, you can add that functionality as well. It should be mentioned that by default, our chat receptionist and our voice receptionist, depending on which voice model you are using, is available in multiple languages. Our chat receptionist, for instance, can recognize and respond in up to 40 different languages, Spanish included, French included, that kind of thing. So that is built into those functionalities. But for the recordings right now, the transcripts are just English, or you know, it'll do its best if you're speaking in Spanish or French, but it may not be as useful as the English translation because it's not set up or transcript, I should say, because it's not set up for that. Any other questions for our last couple minutes here?
Just have one more about the recordings and the CRM.
How do we automatically connect a recorded meeting to be added under the client account in the CRM? Is there a way to integrate that? We've been working on a CRM and wanted to get an insight into that. So for right now, when your meetings are recorded, it is only to the Partner Center CRM. If you want to share a meeting recording with the client, at this time, what you would have to do is download the meeting itself. So for instance, I guess I can't really show you any because it's all client information and white label break and all that. But from the screen, there is the option to download the recording, and you can send it as either a Google Drive link or an MP4 file, depending on the size of the meeting. And that's the way you can share it with them. Now, if the clients on the full release, when clients start having default access to the recording facility or the recording capability rather, in Business app, that would save their meetings to their CRM. But for any meetings that you're having with them, it will not log to the client CRM. It'll only log to your CRM in Partner Center. Great question, Dev. All right, we are at the bottom of the hour here. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We will be back next week. Our fearless leader, Sarah Stark, is going to be giving a presentation on the Vendasta Marketplace. So don't miss that. If you're not seeing it on your, what's the word, on your currently registered meetings, you can go and look up Get Started with Vendasta webinar on our Vendasta page, and the registration link will be there as well. But don't miss next week. We're going to be diving into the marketplace, the owned and operated products, and how we recommend packaging them, all that fun stuff. Thank you so much, and have a really good rest of your week.